Hello everyone, my name is Brian. I am the lead and family minister here at Westside, and we are really excited to announce this medical debt relief project that we're starting. Westside has been around for 50 years, and we feel incredibly blessed by the community that's around us, the generosity that they've shown, the love and support. And since we're turning 50, we really want to do something to give back to this community that's been so gracious to us. So we're partnering up with a nonprofit organization called RIP Medical Debt to pay off $1.5 million of unpaid medical debt for local families who live right here in the Central Valley. And I just want to take a minute to kind of explain the process of how it works and how we can be a tremendous blessing to these families. So first of all, how do these families get in this spot to begin with? The first thing that happens is that someone in the family gets hurt or sick or develops some kind of chronic condition where they require an expensive trip to the hospital. And they go to the doctor. They're not entirely sure how much it's going to cost, but they're hurt, they're sick, they need the help. And so they go to the hospital or the doctor not knowing how much anything is going to cost just because of how desperately they need that treatment. After that, a couple weeks or a month goes by and they get this surprise bill in the mail from the hospital or their insurance that they thought was going to cover it but didn't. And these charges can be thousands or tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars for this treatment. And these families have just absolutely no ability to pay it back. And so what happens is that these hospitals or the collections agencies will start calling and sending threatening letters and doing anything they can to get the money out of these families, and they just simply can't pay. So in the process, their wages can get garnished, their credit gets ruined, it gets sent into collections, and it's just a big mess for these families. It's at that point that this nonprofit, RIP Medical Debt, steps in, and they're able to purchase the debt at a steep discount to become the legal owners of that debt. And at that point, they have the right to send all of those same threatening letters and make those phone calls to try and collect. But instead of doing that, they ask for donations. And it's the donations of generous people like you that instead of collecting the debt, they simply pay it off in full. And they send a letter to the families letting them know that a generous donor has completely paid off their debts on their behalf. It'll say something like, "From your friends at Westside, we know what it's like to have our debts forgiven, and we just want to do something nice for you." And so every dollar that you donate will wipe out $100 in medical debt for a disadvantaged family right here in the Central Valley. So I have a question for you. If you had the chance to keep $1 for yourself or give $100 to a family in need, what would you choose? We're going to be collecting donations through November 17th. Our goal is to raise $15,000 so we can pay off $1.5 million in medical debt for families right here in the Central Valley. Would you please join us? Would you pray for us? Would you consider making a donation? Thank you so much for the love and the support that you've shown, and we are praying for you and your family today. God bless.